Let's jump into some reality here. Most of the time, when you are a web developer or whatever you are building, whether it is your website or whatever, you will need to have some things on your pages that are links. Something like this. When I hover on this and then I click it, it takes me to another page that has more information on the link that I have clicked. Alright? If I come to Google right now and I search something like how to do HTML and then I search, you can see all these things are links. All these are links. All what we have here, these are links. So when I click on a blog, any of these things, it's going to take me to the page that has that information. Alright? So in HTML, how do we add links? And I want us to add the link that we have down here. Awesome. Here, when we click on this is my blog. I want this thing to take us back to our blog, the blog that I built here. This is the blog where I write a lot of my content for people can consume for free. So let's do that. The text is saying, if you want more about me, this is my blog. Okay, let's copy that and then we go back to our code, and down here we can do a heading 2 because I can see the font is slightly big, and then I'll do this. Well, paste. I just pasted. You can also decide to type. It is all dependent on you. So how do we do, or how do we add links to our pages? And in fact, let me first of all remove this so that I can show you how we add links. Any link that you will see on an HTML document has another tag that is called A, okay? An A tag. And an A tag, A stands for anchor. So an A tag is not a self-closing tag, so you need to close it again. If you forget to close an A tag, it will treat everything below it as a link that should be attached to it. So for instance, if I save this document and come back here and refresh, you are not going to see anything here. What if I took this, or let me just add something here, like this is some, let me just do this is some test text and then I save. Notice what we have down here. We have this is some test text, okay, and this sounds like a tongue twister. Yeah, tongue twister. This sounds like a tongue twister. Sometimes you can say things and then the tongue twisters themselves starts to twist you and twist all that. You understand? All right, let's get back to business. So this is some text, or no, this is some test text. You can see this looks like a normal page. A normal text on our page. But if I decided, if I forgot to close my anchor tag here, I have removed. Let me go back here and refresh. This thing is going to be treated as an anchor. It may not seem like it is one, but I'm going to be showing you that in a while. Let's add some text on our anchor here. So refresh undo, and where we put our text for the anchor is inside here. This is the link. Let's say this is the link, and refresh, and you can see this is the link. And maybe what we can do here, you remember the way we added some space, we just did some break. You can see, let me just remove this so that you can see this. Refresh, you can see we have, this is the link, and then the next text that is supposed to appear below it is appearing next to it. We don't want this. So when this happens, you can just add a line break here. And how do you do that? We learned this before. Just add a BR. Awesome. So now when we come back here and refresh, our text has gone down. And if you still don't want this space, you remember we can have more than one BR. So you can just do that, then come back here, and our page is now looking better. So this is a link. But where are you linking it to? Let's first of all link it to Google. So we can just do google.com, okay? And then copy this. And by the way, you can just do google.com like that. So how you add it is here. Anchor hypertext reference. So you do Anchor href. Href stands for hypertext reference. You just heard me mention it. And then inside here, you say google.com. Google, Google. I don't know, my typing today. So anchor hypertext reference google.com, and that's it. That's all we need to do. So we have an anchor tag that is closed here, and then the anchor, you tell it, I want you to get this document from google.com. Hey, go to Google and get me something. So this text here is going to change color when you go back to our browser, because now the browser treats this as a link that should go straight to Google and grab some content. Let me go back to my browser. I don't need this, and then refresh it, and you see this one, the browser automatically detects that this is a link, and it turns it blue. And we are going to be seeing also how to remove these underlines if you don't need them when we get to the CSS section. Remember, HTML only gives your document a structure. CSS is what brings the beauty. Remember that. CSS is short for cascading style sheets. So you can start practicing with those basics. So CSS gives beauty. So we are going to be doing a lot of beauty here when we get to that section. HTML gives the structure. Of course, you can start seeing automatically that this document is gaining structure and it is gaining shape. Amazing. So now, good people, if I hover on this document and click it, it is going to take me to Google. But the reason why it is not going to take me to Google is because it is trying to look at how I gave the link. It's google.com. So this document is trying to get google.com from our computer. So how do you avoid this? Just give the complete path to Google, https. All right, https.google.com. You can get that by going to google.com and then grab this URL. If you hover on this and grab it, click on here and copy, and then we go back here, highlight this, assume it had nothing, and then paste. That is what we are going to get. And now when you go back to our page and refresh, you can see this one is changing color. It is because we have clicked it. So this is a behavior within HTML that for every link that is not clicked, show this color. When I hover on the link, show this other color. When I click, show this color. So you can do all those in HTML. So now when I click on this, it is loading and it took me to Google. Amazing. So I'm now at Google. Let me go back to my page. There is something that I did not like when I clicked on this. I don't know whether you noticed and whether you don't like it as well. When I clicked on it, the browser replaced my page with the Google's page. No, I don't want that, because I don't want every time someone clicks on a link on my page, they are taken away from my page to another page. So how do you avoid it? Well, you can tell the browser through HTML that I do not want you to replace my page. Instead, what I want you to do is to open the link I am clicking on a new tab. A new tab, if you don't know, is the things we have here. So my blog is on one tab. I have the page that you're using here as a guide on one tab. I have a page that we are building as another tab. I can open Gmail on another tab here like that. I can open Yahoo on another tab, something like that. So these are tabs. So you can also instruct the browser that, hey browser, when I click on that link, please don't take over my page. Instead, leave my page where it is and open the browser, the link on that browser on another tab. How do you tell the browser that? We are going to use HTML, and this is where we do it. And it is simply by saying outside, remember, you have anchor hypertext reference, you give it a link where you want it to go, and then you can tell it here target equals. Now target here, we have a number of them. We have something like parent. We have something like, I think it's is it same or normal? I'm not sure. You can do some of that. HTML targets. Yeah, target attribute. You can see them here. All right. You can do some research. Here we have blank. Blank is what you are going to use. Blank will mean that you are going to open this on a blank tab. So you can go through this and do some exercise with them. So for now, because I want us to save our time, let's do blank. All right, and notice that this blank has an underscore at the beginning. So if you just type blank without this underscore, it's not going to work. Save. Can we test this on our browser? Why not? Let's go back to our browser and refresh. Seems like nothing happened, but when I click on this one now, notice it opened a new tab and loaded Google there. So if I wanted to load Facebook, I'll just replace this with Facebook. I hope, yeah, that is Facebook. I need to refresh and now open it, and this thing is loading Facebook. Amazing. That looks like we can start creating something awesome with our pages, right? I feel so. Why don't you exercise that yourself? And let me see what you think. So this is what we needed here, and I know you can now place it on your page appropriately. So let's just go ahead and do that, and let me see you. Or just before I go, remember that I told you that an anchor tag is a self-closing tag. It's not a self-closing tag. You need to close it. All right, and you see we have closed our tag here. What if we forgot? Remember, initially we had this text below here. All right, we had this text, and by the way, let me just do this to create some space and make it look better. Refresh. The page looks the same, right? Refresh. Looks the same. Perfect. What if we forgot to close our anchor tag here? So let me remove the closing tag. Save it. See, notice what happens. Refresh. Boom. Even the text below here is treated as a link. If I click it, it goes to Facebook. That's not what we want. So I told you when you are starting that if you forget to close your anchor closing tag, everything at the end, even if we had another paragraph here, even if we had another paragraph below here, like let me paste it here. I'm just going to remove it. It's just for test. Save. You see, everything is treated as a link, and actually when you click it, it takes you to Facebook. So please, anchor tags are not self-closing. You will need to close them for your pages to work. All right, so let me just undo this and close my anchor tag so that you see. Save it. Let me go back here. Refresh. Doesn't work. Let me go here and close my anchor tag. Something as simple as that. Ladies and gentlemen, see how it does. Everything here now springs back to life. And the only link we have is the link that we wanted to be a link. All right, so we did not need this paragraph. Let me remove it, and we are going to be doing the next section when we meet next. Don't forget to explore anchor tags on W3 Schools. Just see what you have here and do some exercise, and I will see you in the next section. Cheers and take care.